Let's go. Let's go. Let's get this thing started. Appreciate everybody for tapping in tonight. Was it Saturday night? Friday night, excuse me. Get a couple pictures sent over. Got a couple things. Steven, appreciate you for tapping in, bro. Appreciate everybody for tapping in tonight. I know it's a late night episode. Sorry, I'm a couple minutes late, you guys. I was just getting a couple of my notes together. Got a couple things that I had to send over to myself. A couple things that I had to get situated to make sure that tonight's show was up to standards. Appreciate everybody for tapping in tonight. Make sure you hit that like button on the way in. Make sure you share this video. I am your host, Mikey T, the movie star. My guy G Money is in the building. Scotty P is in the building. That's right. That is right. Wheezy PV, major salute. Appreciate you for tapping in. We got some things to talk about tonight, man. Got to talk about NBA YoungBoy tonight. Randy Jefferson, what is cracking, man? What is cracking? Appreciate you for tapping in tonight. Let me light up. Let me get right. Let me get right. Let me get right, y'all. Smoking on some caffeine. No Red Bull tonight, but I got some of the caffeine on deck. It's one of the dopest strands from the Cookie brand. Burners joint. Wheezy, you ain't lying, bro. NBA YoungBoy is taking off right now. NBA YoungBoy is really at a level like a lot of his fans don't want to hear it. They say NBA YoungBoy is the number one rapper in the game. I've been having conversations with different people. These guys that NBA YoungBoy was calling out on the I Hate YoungBoy track. He's calling out Little Baby. He's calling out, look who he's calling out. He's calling out Boosie. He's calling out Gucci Man, who did an IG video today. We're going to be talking about that was pretty old Gucci Man standard. You know what I mean? It was old Gucci Man type shit. Philly on the check-in. What's popping with you, bro? Major salute. Pittsburgh on the check-in. Let me know what city you're tapping in from tonight, guys. Hope y'all have been enjoying my new interviews. Major interviews dropped this week. I got new interview with Bizarre that's out from D12. A dope group from Florida, South Strip, and I just interviewed Queens, New York's own Q Life. So I got a bunch of new interviews out. Of course, I've been hitting with the breaking news. You know what I mean? I've been, it's all about consistency in this game, you guys. Scotty P, Boston is in the building. Major salute to Boston on the tap in. Yeah, appreciate Boston for tapping in, man. Millie's really putting on, for Massachusetts in general right now. Major salute to my guy Millie's. He gave me an opportunity to interview him in the past. I'm really grateful for that. Millie's given me a chance to, prove my worth in the game. I mean, this is a guy that takes his music career very serious, between all of the albums that he's put out and all of the music videos that he does. Millie's is one of the guys that takes his career serious. And those are the type of people that I like to engage with, interact with, promote. You know what I'm saying? Definitely appreciate y'all for tapping in tonight, though. Can't do nothing without my audience. You know what I'm saying? Got the livest hip hop fan base out of anybody, in my opinion. Yep, Scotty P. That's right. J.R. Savage says baby over Durk. Well, that was another little point that I wanted to mention since it's not a main topic. You know what I'm saying? And y'all can get on my ass about that if you want. And let me know, like Mikey T, we need more news briefs about stuff like this. But the news has broke that NBA YoungBoy is actually doing a full project with the baby. So that is a comparison to what Little Durk has done with Little Baby. You know what I mean? It's kind of almost like he's one upping him, in my opinion. Wheezy P says, I'm from Mass. Also, Scotty P, salute. James Brown says, we appreciate you, Mikey T. Now, I appreciate y'all as well, man. North Carolina is in the building tonight. Okay. North Carolina. You know, I got love for North Carolina without a doubt, man. You know, I got love for North Carolina without a doubt. And I appreciate the consistency. Let me see. The baby is a copycat to Little Baby. I'm gonna have to disagree with you there, Steve, because the baby and Little Baby, they have completely different styles. You know what I mean? They have completely different styles, man. I don't see anything in similarity to them other than the name. You know what I mean? Other than the name. And you got to make room. You know what I mean? You got to make room for these different names. Little Baby, Da Baby, Baby. You know what I mean? Yeah, Wheezy agrees. They don't rap the same at all. Um, J.R. Savage basically said the same thing as well. How they have two separate flows, 100% accurate. Yeah, different styles. Even throw Baby in there. You know, it's all different styles. You know, Baby, obviously, but Baby, Birdman, um, you know what I'm saying? They all have got different styles. Now, if we were talking, even when we're talking about someone like King, free King, King's locked up right now, but King actually was called a Young Thug impersonator, but he didn't sound anything like Young Thug. It was more just he tried to impersonate his style. Now, Da Baby, Little Baby, and Birdman Baby all have completely different styles as well. So that's another reason why they've all been able to thrive in the music industry, man. Otherwise, they would be if the baby came out and he was, going on from being the baby Jesus, which is his old moniker. If he was just really just trying to copy Little Baby, he would have got thrown out. You know what I mean? People would have been like, "Yo, he's just a wannabe. He wants to try to act like this other rapper." We're not going for it. But yeah, so I'll answer that question. But that's good, man, because we're still on the opening. We're still on the pre-show, so definitely gonna answer that question, man. Here's another one, Rich Baby. I saw another guy on there who on World Star. He was promoting himself. I can't really remember the name. I think he had the a baby name in the title as well. You better start calling me Mikey T Baby. You know what I'm saying? If it's working, you might as well jump on it. You know what I mean? That's got a little bit of a ring to it as well. But yo, we got some shit to talk about, man. Over the last few days, we've been hearing all the diss records. We heard Dirt come out with Aha. Dirt came out swinging. Don't you know what I mean? Don't mention Vaughn. When you're messing when we're talking about Dirk, do not mention Vaughn in your song. You know what I'm saying? Dirk called him out on all the Instagramming. And then NBA YoungBoy came back with names. NBA YoungBoy didn't come back subliminally. NBA YoungBoy came back with names. He dissed Boosie. He dissed Little Baby. He dissed Gucci Man. He actually called Gucci Man a pussy. You know what I'm Or no, he said Gucci Man deals with pussies. He said he used to F with Gucci, but then he found out he dealt with pussies. So Gucci Man made a video the other day and Gucci brought back the old Guwop to me, man. He brought back that 2009 era Gucci man. You know what I'm saying? The Gucci man who was not even afraid to diss Nas. Gucci man came back. What did they used to call Guwop? They used to call him the boogeyman. You know what I'm saying? I think NBA YoungBoy may have woke a sleeping giant, you all. I think NBA YoungBoy might have stepped in shit. I think he just called out somebody that he may have not wanted to call out. Gucci Man is one of the innovators. You know, you don't call out Gucci Man, especially when he's in the middle of making money with somebody. Gucci Man just put Lil Durk on his album, y'all. The track was called Rumors. Let me know, was it the Ice album? Please don't tell me it was the Ice album, because right now Gucci Man is presenting himself with a single with Dirk on the hook, and NBA YoungBoy is gonna come and try to rainstorm on that shit. Nah, man, he's about to catch it from Gucci Man. West Virginia is in the building. Rumors. Yeah, it's Gucci Man featuring Lil Durk. The track is called Rumors. And that's what set NBA YoungBoy off on a whole nother tangent. You know, NBA YoungBoy a few months back had done all this shit about nobody in the industry messes with me, you know, crying this and that, which I don't really think he needs to do, because he is just as big as all these guys that he's crying about. You know what I mean? He moves more units than Gucci Man. You know, I assume when he gets off of house arrest, he's going to command more shows. He's even got his YouTube page and everything with his label situated properly. Gucci Man, as much as I hate to say it, you know, Gucci Man's 1017 label had not really started taking off again until Pooh Shiesty hit the scene. And that's our main topic tonight, you know, Pooh Shiesty. Pooh Shiesty, all the rumors surrounding Pooh Shiesty, guys. Fire with Dirk, exactly. Rumors is fire. You know what I mean? A lot of people the other day, were actually saying that, you know, that Little Dirk's track "Aha" was better than "I Hate Young Boy." You know, so there's a lot of different opinions out there about what's going on. You know, Dirk is making some good music right now, that's for sure. The thing is, NBA YoungBoy has a bunch of people streaming his music on an everyday basis. Every day, they're just streaming his music over and over, man. He's got fans. Not to say that Dirk doesn't have those same fans, but yeah, Gucci Man let off, y'all. Let's talk about Gucci Man letting off on NBA YoungBoy. He didn't mention it by name. He didn't mention it by name whatsoever, but he seemed angry as hell, y'all. So let's get into it, man. So Gucci Man went off. He was saying, "Yo, I'm gonna show you." He said, "I'm gonna show you better than I tell you. Y'all can't f with none of my young boys. Period. That's the problem. Jealous hearted. They can't see my young boys. Millionaires." So he went as far to say the man was jealous hearted. Jealous hearted, you guys. I'm just trying to like wonder, what is the reason to be jealous hearted of a man? You know, why be jealous hearted? Why have a jealous intent when it comes to Little Dirk, when he could have just as easily worked with Dirk like he's doing with Little Baby? You know, he could have honestly just made a pact with the man over everything. They could have did the whole industry thing. You know what I mean? They could have shook hands on some 50 Cent and Game shit. They could have came together and sold millions of records. Joseph says that YoungBoy is going to be a billionaire. YoungBoy is probably going to be one of those artists that has $100 million at one point. He's just getting so much money right now, you guys. You know what I mean? He's just but Gucci Man ain't holding up. Like Gucci Man is saying here, He's saying that his young boys are millionaires. Gucci's saying, y'all can't F with none of my young boys. Period. That's the problem. Jealous hearted. They can't see my young boys. Millionaires. He got $1 million. Broke ass. Shit makes your heart hurt. Step to me, F boys. You see me with my wife, you can step to me. You know what's going on with me. The Gucci man said, even if you see him with his wife, even if you see the man with his wife, you can step to him. How crazy is that? There's a big age difference between Gucci Man and NBA YoungBoy. There's a big age difference. Schizo, somebody in the chat, maybe you can get me the exact age difference between those guys. But when a man is coming at your career, when he's putting his foot on your neck, you got it. You can't just bow down. You can't just submit. You know what I'm saying? Terrell Wilson said that Vaughn and YoungBoy beefed over women. And that's something, Terrell, that Lil Durk actually addressed in his record. Aha. He addressed that. He said that he actually told King Von that the girl was on OnlyFans. He told her that she had intentions of making money. You know what I mean? In a lot of situations, you would expect the girl to hang out with her loved one. You know what I mean? Rather than try to explode on her own. You know what I mean? So when dudes be seeing that shit, when they're like, oh, okay. But also, it's like you really can't stop a woman from having her own intentions in life. You know what I mean? Of growing. So to look at someone and be like, oh, they're growing, oh, they're building their own empire, and try to stunt that is kind of like, it's kind of ass backwards. But a lot of men like to have their woman by their side supporting them. You know what I'm saying? As they continue to grow, you know what I mean? Not trying to make a name off of their value. It's like, yo, okay, so I'm just going to use my relationship with him to build myself up. A lot of times artists will let that shit go though. You know what I mean? Because they'll be with their loved ones and they'll be like, yo, this is your opportunity. You got one shot. You got to take it. And then they'll just different things. They'll be like letting their friends make a YouTube page around them, or you know what I mean, letting their friends do some of their show bookings or book features for them. Any different type of shit like that, you guys. Wow. JR Savage says it is a 20-year age difference. And I wouldn't be shocked to see I'm not sure. I don't think NBA YoungBoy and Gucci Man had actually done a joint project together. That was actually Birdman and Gucci Man. J3 says, what it do? I'm rolling up that gelato. Okay. Major salute, J3. Gelato ain't nothing to play with. One of my favorite strands. Let me see. Major salute. Major salute. Detail is in the building tonight. Let me know if you're in the building tonight. Messing with Mikey T, the movie star, the king of the bloggers. I'm where a lot of these guys got their idea to start blogging, period. But Schizo put up some notes here. Gucci Man, 42 years old. NBA YoungBoy, 24 years old. So that is a 38-year age gap. 38-year age gap. No, excuse me. What, 38 years? What the hell am I talking about? 18-year age gap. 18-year age gap between. I better smoke some more talking that type of math. So 18 years between those two men, you guys. Schizo says, yup, 20-year difference. So Gucci got more smarts in the street and the rap game. Yeah. Have your laugh at me, Pop ENT. Salute, my brother. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. Hit that like button. We got a lot to talk about tonight. Apex is in the building. We're just getting started, man. Gucci Man done called NBA YoungBoy soft. He called him soft. Was it SOFT or SAWFT? I'm not too sure, man. But Lil Durk said it. These guys, they be jumping on Instagram, and when the first thing you do is jump on Instagram, you're gonna get called out about it, man. You know what I'm saying? Because Instagram, let's just say it wasn't respected by the most gangster of rappers at first. We've heard the stories of how a lot of the rappers that we respect had their Instagram made. Social media hasn't always been, what the OG rappers look at in these situations. You know what I mean? It was looked down at a certain point. You know what I mean? People were looking at Soldier Boy like he was crazy. You know what I mean? All this new technology of Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, write down everything that's happening in your life and share it with the world. You know what I mean? This is a new concept. Back in my day, you wouldn't really want everybody knowing everything that you were doing and shit like that. You already know, man. I'll pass that shit to you, man. You mess with the raw papers? Yep, 20-year age difference. I saw my guy. Got Piff Hamper in the building. He said that shit is bussing on Clubhouse. Yeah, my guy Big Chuck is killing it on Clubhouse, y'all. Big Chuck is killing it on Clubhouse, man. I really love everything that my guy's doing. MySpace days. What was you talking about? Yeah, the MySpace type days. Yup. JR says the best way to smoke. Ain't got no RIP shirt. Raw papers. Hell yeah, man. Raw papers are my favorite shit to smoke out of right now, man. No lie. No lie. Appreciate everybody for tapping in tonight. We got some dope news to speak on. Everybody go ahead and share this video. Hit that like button. You know what I mean? We got some dope shit to speak on tonight. The whole Pooh Shiesty case, the plea deal, the whole plea deal situation, man. We got to talk about that tonight. Well, I wasn't really on the Soldier Boy MySpace days, but I do remember on LimeWire downloading a couple songs on my computer when I was having a party, right? So I'm downloading a song for a party. I was looking for like that Tony Yayo explosion freestyle or something, you know what I mean? 50 Cent in the club. And then at one point we accidentally downloaded Soldier Boy's record. You know what I mean? But everybody, I'll just say it, man. At the parties, man, everybody would rag on me for playing Tony Yayo. But I was like, yo, I got the white and the tan and the brown. You know what I mean? But everybody would rag on me for that shit. And they'd be like, all right, Mikey, you're not the DJ right now. Go over there and hang out by the beer pong table. Yeah, I already know, man. Big Chuck got his Big Chuck got his hands in everything. He's one of the clubhouse generals in my opinion. But also Wack 100 gave Big Chuck some accolade today because he said Chuck was slick and he knows how to do shit. You know, I thought that was dope that he gave Chuck some respect, man. And Chuck has tapped in on this channel a number of times, man. Yep, French Montana, that's my guy. That's my guy. French actually put me on his album. I don't know what other bloggers are on rappers' albums. You know what I mean? I don't know what other bloggers are on rappers' albums. These other guys, they're just blogging. A lot of these other guys go and take other people's content and upload it on their page. You know what I mean? That's what they did at first. Oh yeah. Well, Jay, Pooh read the or excuse me, not Pooh. Wack 100 read the paperwork, and the quote that he said was something along the lines of, "I did see what I read. It is what that is. It is not. It is what it is. Not. It is what it is. Not like it is what it is. So we're gonna let it be what it's gonna be." That is not the quote. The quote is, "It is what that is. It is what that is, you guys." Now, this whole situation that's involving Pooh Shiesty is a little bit tricky. You know what I mean? It's actually a little bit tricky, you know, because a couple years back, Rollo got involved in a situation. A couple of his guys got hemmed up with him as well. Rollo got a plea deal offer. Rollo could have pled out and got 5 years. He would have had to sign off on a bunch of information that basically put the fate of his, you know, everyone that was with him in jeopardy by signing those papers. You know what I'm saying? And admitting guilt. And this is kind of the situation that it looks like Pooh Shiesty is getting in, you guys. It's looking like Pooh Shiesty is getting in this situation where by telling on himself, by admitting, not telling on himself, by admitting to guilt, he may be putting guilt on some of the other party that is involved. Detail says they took a deal, but it doesn't involve him snitching. Steven Rivera says it's fake paperwork. Detail says Pooh has got a lot of money. Well, yeah, that's evident. Detail. That's pretty evident because I remember reading about this case, and they say that $40,000 was left on the scene of the crime. So that's something that we've spoke on in detail, and you got to imagine somebody's got some bread. Somebody's got some cake if they're speeding off and they're leaving $40,000 on the scene. I know I would have put my car in park. I would have jumped out. I would have did a barrel roll. If dudes was shooting, I would have did all types of karate shit to get that bag back in my car. But obviously, Pooh Shiesty was just out of there. You know what I mean? I'm about to go hit the next ATM, and we're about to go to King of Diamonds, evidently. You know what I mean? I would have went back and got the 40 grand and hit the Aventura Mall, and you know what I mean? But that's why we all got different personalities. I probably would have spun back, did a barrel roll, got hit. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? Let's see. What hold on one second. I saw my bro P Easy is in the building. Major salute. I guess some people didn't like that little comedy routine I did right there. Okay. All right, I guess you guys should go listen to Trill Marty then to see him prank some rappers. JR Savage says Wack is capping. Well, man, if Wack read what he read, if the lawyer actually responded to Wack, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of shit going on right now. But honestly, man, this dude is potentially going to be doing some years in jail. So is everybody really going to be all hung up on this in 3 or 4 years anyways? Major salute to Humboldt Park. Major salute to Chicago. IP is in the building. Terrell Wilson said, if he said anyone else's name in his plea, it's snitching. Now, I'm not the most familiar with this shit. You know what I mean? But the thing in that situation is if he was signing off on something where they had said involved other people, you know what I'm saying? He's signing off on something where it's lining out everything that involves him and his two alleged co-conspirators. If he's agreeing to that, then he is saying he is putting them at the scene of the crime. And that's what a lot of people are having a hard time looking at right now. It's like if I was running around with my dogs, like say I was with my dogs, a couple of my friends, and we all got hemmed up, and I was like, all right, so I got this deal performed in front of me. They're like, all right, Mikey T, as long as you admit to what you did and you admit you did it with them, we're gonna give you a reduction in your sentence. We're gonna let you plead out to one count instead of four. You know what I'm saying? So you're basically admitting to the guilt for you and for your friends. So that's where a lot of people are going to judge him. That's where a lot of people are going to judge the situation. Now, did him and his friends come together and they're like, listen, there's four counts, there's four of us, whatever, or there's four counts, there's three of us. We each got to take one count. Is that how it's going to work? I don't know what sick deal that they're giving these guys to admit guilt to something that I think ultimately he could have beat. I think ultimately he could have beat this case if he didn't get tied up in everything that's going on at King of Diamonds. You know what I mean? But he's just facing so much. He's facing 100 years in jail, you guys. Pooh Shiesty was facing nearly 100 years in jail between both cases. Yeah, barrel roll. I would have got that 40 grand. I would have got that 40 grand. I don't know what the hell they were thinking, pulling off. Like, I don't even know what they were thinking, making this a whole situation, of taking the lean. First of all, lean is a hell of a drug as well. I mean, unless you're looking and interested in being like the Eiffel Tower, I don't endorse that shit. But they got weed and then they got the rental. You know what I mean? Wow. On the list of dumbest shit to do, that's got to be like number 2 or 3. You know what I mean? Like, he didn't need to do any of that. They had the money right in a bag to literally pay him. I would have did whatever to get that bag, but you got to look at Pooh Shiesty's situation. He had the hottest song of the moment. You know what I mean? They had 300 shots before they picked up Durk. You know what I'm saying? They were getting 20, 25, $30,000 bags to go to a show. So why put your life on the line? You know what I mean? Why go all Chuck Norris over a $40,000 in a bag? You know what I mean? Why go all crazy over that money that was left on the scene when later on in the week you have a show where you got to pick up a $20,000 back end? So you don't want to really risk your whole life. But I would have been like the homie in the back. Like if I was one of Mikey T, the movie star's homies in the back, I would have flipped out the back seat and gone and get that shit. Like, yo, we got the 40 grand. And then I would have broke my homie off with like a 10 piece. Schizo said facts, I'd grab the bag too. Damn, Snoop Dogg said I'm not death row, take the poster down. So you're saying that you can't even be a fan of death row? But yo, Master, I'm actually waiting on my death row chain. I had to hit the jeweler. I had to get my custom piece made. It's death row for life, baby. I joined 2 cliques in my life. There was 2 cliques that I joined, baby. One was death row, and the other was the NWO. But that's just me, baby. Yeah, Blizzard. I think somebody, 22 for NBA YoungBoy. Share this video, everybody. I'm the hottest blogger out. I don't care. No other blogger is out there has rolled up weed in Rick Ross's house, walked out the Rick Ross's crib with him while smoking the weed. You know what I'm saying? I don't think any other blogger has smoked weed with DMX on the stage? Let me know. Let me know if any other blogger has smoked weed with DMX on the stage. I'm just wondering, man. I got a lot on these other bloggers. Have any of these bloggers ever been on an album? I was on an album. I was on the album, French Montana's album. Excuse my French. I'm sorry, you guys. But none of these other bloggers that try to say that they're ahead of me, to try to say that they're doing better work than me. You know what I'm saying? Like, in all honesty, I came from behind the camera, you guys. And I put myself in front of the camera because I saw that I needed to. It was time for a change. Enough is enough, and it was time for a change, in the words of Owen Hart. So that's why I got in front of the camera, man. So for anybody else to celebrate dudes because they did 5 episodes of their podcast, that is extremely whack. I'm going to just say that because I've been on this camera over 100, 200, 300 times now. You know what I'm saying? I knocked all the fear out. I knocked all the fear out, you guys. All those the butterflies in my stomach of jumping in front of the camera, all that shit that actors and entertainers go through, artists. Yeah. So for anybody that wants to come at me, just remember I had to come from the mud to get this shit. First interview somebody asked me, my first interview was on Freaky Zeke, and I was just so lucky to get that interview put on Q's website, World Star Hip Hop. That's how it all began for me, man. Let me see. Mikey said, ain't no cap in my game. Yo, yo, yo. Yo, RIP to DMX. Yeah. That's number 3 right there. DMX is number 3. It's always Pac, Big, X. Outsiders, baby. That's right. Salute to Hall and Nash. Salute to West Side Gun and Conway, Hall and Nash, right? Yeah, let the haters hate. Let the haters hate, man, but we're going to work. You know what I mean? Because I'm getting to accomplish goals. You know what I mean? Goals that I never thought I would be able to accomplish. Goals like interviewing AZ. Goals like actually interviewing Dead Prez. I just interviewed Bizarre from D12. You know what I mean? I'm doing major shit. Royce the 5'9" gave me an opportunity to interview him last year. We're doing big shit. But let me see. Yeah, Mimo 600 would be a dope interview. Yeah, I was at Rick Ross's crib. My camera needed some charging. So I hollered at my bro that was with MMG and shit. And I was like, yo, I need to charge my camera. And they let me go inside and charge my camera. So I didn't kick my feet up. I sat down on the couch and I rolled up a blunt while my camera was charging. I noticed Rick Ross was coming downstairs. So I was like, oh shit, my blunt's rolled. I'm going to get the camera. I'm going to holler at Ross real quick. Me and Ross walked outside his crib. Ross sparked up. So I was like, oh, fuck, this is a cool opportunity. I sparked up too. And then we just continued walking outside and I hollered at, and I said a couple words to him and shit. Real, recognize real always. Let's get back into the story, man. Hell yeah. Razor Ramon. Yep. Mimo 600. I definitely want to do that interview. Let me see. What did Gucci say? Big Steppa is in the building. Let's get into it, man. I appreciate you for tapping in, Big Steppa. Everybody's probably like, Mikey T was just doing all of his crazy talking. I'm logging the hell out of here, but let's get back into the news, you guys. So Gucci Man went off though, man. You know, he went off. He said, I'm gonna show you better than I tell you. Y'all can't F with none of my young boys, period. That's the problem. Jealous hearted. They can't see my young boys. Millionaires. He got $1 million. Broke ass. Shit make your heart hurt. Step to me, F boys. And I'm censoring this, you guys. Step to me, F boys. Gucci went on his Instagram and he went ape shit. You know, you see me with my wife, you can step to me. You know what's going on with me. Gucci, damn, is acting like that guy who was duking it out. He was acting like that guy who was duking it out in the mall. You know what I'm saying? Gucci Man is acting like that guy who got caught with a pistol 2 times within 2 weeks. Gucci is not playing right now, and I think it has to do with the fact that NBA YoungBoy said the line that he hangs out with pussies. Let me see if I can find the exact lyric. I should have it here. You know, I should have the lyric here. He said, "I used to F with Gucci till I seen he liked them pussies." So that's why I think Gucci Man decided to go off on NBA YoungBoy because of the fact that YoungBoy is attacking him right now when he is trying to sell an album. Gucci Man is putting out a new album. Um, I believe it's the Ice album, you guys, dedicated to his son. If anybody can correct me on that. Yeah, Ice. Nope, nope. It's definitely not that because Ice Daddy actually dropped in 2021. So the rumors track has to be on an upcoming project from Gucci Man. And right now, NBA YoungBoy is just trying to do everything he can to sabotage that. Now, I'm not talking about a collaborative project with Gucci Man and Lil Durk. I'm not talking about that type of deal. I'm just talking about the fact that Gucci Man has Lil Durk doing his hook. Gucci Man does different things like this to try and make singles that hit. And right now, NBA YoungBoy is just calling out his credibility, saying that he deals with pussies. So Gucci Man's got to take that as a threat to his career. If you look back at Gucci Man's history of selling records, I mean, he really didn't sell as many records as NBA YoungBoy ever. Yeah, YoungBoy's song is titled I Hate YoungBoy. Terrell, we were talking about that the other day, brother. That video was made years ago. What video are you talking about, bro? Money Dream, be a little bit more specific, brother. Detail says, why is Gucci Man coming for NBA? Because NBA YoungBoy is going at his single. I don't think it's necessarily having to do with the fact that NBA YoungBoy has a beef with Lil Durk, you guys. I don't think that's what this is over. I think this is the fact that Gucci Man is trying to sell a single with Lil Durk right now. Gucci Man is trying to get up the momentum for a new album and do some streams. And look what NBA YoungBoy is doing. He's torpedoing that whole plan. A plan that I think would have worked. But now Gucci Man is going to take the next. He's going to go the next level with it. I think Gucci Man is going to bring back the boy from the block. I think we're going to get a little bit of the boy from the block out of Gucci Man because Gucci was going in. Let's get back into some more of these quotes that I got from what Gucci had said, man. Oh, okay. So he said, I ain't going to tell nobody. He said, he's got $1 million, broke ass, shit make your heart hurt. Step to me, F boys. You see me with my wife, you can step to me. You know what's going on with me. He said, I ain't gonna tell nobody, not even the police. I don't believe in none of that shit. The only thing I believe in is don't tell the police. And this is a big thing right here because NBA YoungBoy is actually on house arrest. You know what I mean? And that was one of Lil Durk's lyrics from Aha. The fact that NBA YoungBoy just got out of jail. He literally just got out of jail. He's on house arrest and he's already talking crazy. Let me see if I can get the lyric here. Let me see if I can get the lyric here where he says, yeah, let me see. He says, They be acting like they really like that since my Brody died. Just got out the feds, you bringing up murders with your police ass. The dude just got out of the feds. NBA YoungBoy just got out of the feds. Jason, let me know if I know what I'm talking about here, bro. NBA YoungBoy just got out of the feds, and on his album or his mixtape, whatever you want to call it, the Project Colors, he's already rapping about crazy ass murder conspiracies. And I got a feeling that's why Gucci Man is saying this. Because right now, Young Boy's name is so attached to the police. You know what I mean? It's like if you go and you beat up somebody that is a witness, not a witness, even somebody that is on probation, you know what I mean? And say they go to their probation meeting the next week with a black guy. Oh, where'd you get the black guy? Why is your eye blacked? What's going on? Oh, this guy that was associated with Gucci Man. What do you mean this guy that was associated with Gucci Man? Any different little scenario like that could involve Gucci Man getting involved with the popo. But I'm gonna be honest, man. I see what Lil Boosie, the way he's acting. And he's the guy that was fighting death row. And now it's like, I think Boosie can stand an assault charge. I think Boosie can stand an assault charge or two. So, with that being said, I think Gucci Man, I don't think Gucci Man is afraid of getting arrested, you guys. I don't think that's on his mind. Like, okay, I don't involve the police. He don't involve the police. He likes to stay away from anybody who may get him involved with the police because we've seen him. He was facing 15 years. He was facing 20 years in jail off of them charges. Detail says, what did he say about the police? But yeah, I was saying Gucci Man was facing like 15, 20 years in jail, possibly more. He got the manageable 3 years. So that's why Gucci is treading lightly, y'all. Gucci really got an opportunity there. Now, NBA YoungBoy had a bunch of things to say about different rappers, but this is what he said about Lil Boosie. He said, feel like Boosie don't even like me. Bitch, don't call my phone. Holloway says, open up that Bel Air Blue. Send a $50 super chat, bro, and I will open up the Bel Air Blue. If you want me to pop the Bel Air Blue, send that $50 super chat. I am seriously wondering in here, has anybody missed my recent interview with Bizarre? I'm saying if you guys missed my interview with Bizarre, you got to check it out because he talks about how, Eminem brought him into Shady first. He was the first guy that he actually signed to Shady Records. Pretty crazy story I got. He broke down how D12 came together and everything. I'm going to post it. I'm going to pin it up. I'm going to post it up so if anybody has not seen it, you guys can check it out. Definitely appreciate everybody tapping in with me, man. We got some hot news to speak on tonight. Appreciate that, Terrell. Terrell says he peeped it. Yeah, I love that. I love when I get the opportunities to speak with hip hop legends, man. I'm gonna do a little promo for this clip. Oh shit, look at that. Lil Durk. Lil Durk actually doing some work now with Ricky Rose. Terrell says, I'm from the D. It caught my eye. Hell yeah. Check it out. Drop a comment detail. Let me know what you thought of it, bro. Let me know what you thought about that shit. Appreciate everybody for checking out my interview with Bizarre, man. But yeah, we got some shit to talk about tonight. Let's get back into it, man. I'm live on YouTube right now. Anybody on Instagram that wants to come over, hit the link in my bio. The link is in my bio, y'all. Just hit that shit. But let's get back to what Gucci Man actually said about NBA YoungBoy, because he called him soft here. He called him soft, man. And he also called him jealous hearted. So those are two different things right there. But everybody here on the gram, hit the link in my bio. Come join me on YouTube right now. Respect. Just doing a little promo on Instagram, y'all. Got to consistently promote this shit. You know what I mean? You got to consistently promote this shit to stay relevant. But let's see. Where were we here? Gucci said, soft ass. That's the only thing I believe in. Keep it in the streets is my only rule. Anything else, I don't give a F. Anyways, just don't tell the law, soft ass. I don't have any detective friends. Detectives hate me. You hear that, you guys? Detectives hate me. Detectives hate me is what Gucci Man said. Now, I don't know if he's insinuating that NBA YoungBoy might have friends that are detectives. But he's around people that are detectives right now. I'm pretty sure, he's around in a position right now where detectives can call his line any time of the day and say, hey, we need you to come over here right now. We need to see you, or we're coming to you right now. We've got to see you. Obviously, him doing all this crazy rapping on his album, all this crazy rapping on his album has caught the attention of a few people, which is why he mentioned it. You know what I mean? He did, I think he was dissing Apple. I think he was dissing Apple over what had happened with Quando Rondo and Little Tim. He had said something about Apple not liking the fact that he had brought up Little Tim. Let me get to the exact lyric here. Tell Apple I said F them. They promote his song. They be hating on Tim and Quando. They acting like they wrong. So NBA YoungBoy is going, he's going with that. You know what I'm saying? He's going with that to the end. That what happened with Quando Rondo and Little Tim is something that they had to do. It's something that Little Tim is not wrong about having done. You know what I'm saying? And it's a it's a possibility. I don't know the likelihood of the possibility, but he will get he will get let go because of the fact that of defending the situation, defending himself or defending Quando. We'll have to see and wait how that plays out, man. I don't know how that whole thing's going to play out when you're breaking up a fight with gunfire. We're going to have to see how that plays out. Anakin say Shiesty ain't Anakin. Anakin Skywalker's in here. Now, Anakin, I know you're in here saying Shiesty ain't saying nothing, which I do agree with you on. Just because he's pleading out doesn't mean he's saying anything. I imagine him and his friends know what they're all pleading out to, But Anakin, man, I got to ask you, what was up with the love story in the Attack of the Clones? Why was that movie pretty much based around the fact that it was a love story? Was it because it was the middle piece of a trilogy? You really didn't have anywhere to go with it? Terrell said, yeah, that Little Tim case will be interesting. Yeah, I don't know how that's going to play out because you would think self-defense, but then it's like, how was it self-defense for him? You know what I mean? But there's going to be a lot of things that play out in that case as far as the testimony of what went down from their eyes. Because we've heard it from, the manager of King Von's perspective. So we've heard it more so, than other things. But we just got to wait to see how it plays out. Very serious shit. But it seems like NBA YoungBoy has his back, man. Seems like NBA YoungBoy has his back, and that means he's got money on lawyers and all types of shit. But his music career it's It's not happening for Lil Tim's music career, even though he came out with such a buzz with that little 400,000 views on the song that he had. Anakin has got some explaining to do, man. I'm just wondering. He's in the chat. He's obviously supporting Pooh Shiesty. That's cool. You know what I mean? You would have to think that Darth Vader would be a Pooh Shiesty fan, but I have questions of my own, man, because we're gonna get into it. Because I wanted to read a couple of these posts uh, that were made. So, as a part of a plea, Williams Jr. admitted to participating in the conspiracy on the following three occasions. Let me see. Let me pull this up right here real quick. Yeah, Williams Jr. is Pooh Shiesty, you guys. So as a part of the plea, Williams Jr. admitted to participating in the conspiracy on the following three occasions. First, on July 7, 2020, in Memphis, Tennessee, Williams Jr. was inside a car when an occupant of the car discharged a firearm at a gas station. Jesus. Second, on October 9th, 2020. So this is just what's that? July, August, September. 3 months later, in Bay Harbor Islands, Florida, Williams Jr. and his co-conspirators arrived at a meeting to acquire marijuana, codeine, or as I'll call it, the Eiffel Tower. I call it that Eiffel Tower. You dig? And sneakers. And during this meeting, members of Williams' group brandished firearms and assaulted two victims. Following the assault, the group departed the scene with the victims' marijuana and the other shit as well. And that's what I was talking about earlier, you guys. Like, this dude has so much bread. Why are you stealing marijuana from somebody? Like, I understand my situation back in the day when I was a young buck. You know what I mean? Not young buck from G Unit, but when I was a young buck back in the day, I would and I was buying chronic, you know what I mean? I was smoking so much bud. I was like, yo, I am sick and tired. I am sick and tired of spending money on bud. We got to just start beating these weed dealers. We just got to start stealing the weed from the weed dealers. I wasn't even on back then. You know what I mean? I wasn't even on to this Mikey T, the movie star shit back then, you guys, thinking it could really be something. You know what I mean? So I was like, all right, we're about to start robbing all the weed dealers. And that's what I started doing. Ended up getting arrested for it and shit. But why would Pooh Shiesty ever in his life rob a weed dealer when you have a bag with $40,000? You can buy any amount of weed and codeine that you need with that amount of money. So it really doesn't make any sense, you know. Let me read the rest of this because it said three occasions here. Um, so where was I in the sneakers? During this meeting, members of Williams' group brandished firearms and assaulted two victims. Following the assault, the group departed the scene with the victims' marijuana, codeine, and sneakers. Third, on May 30th, 2021, Williams Jr. assaulted a victim with a firearm at a Miami strip club, as we mentioned, King of Diamonds. Now, that was one of the things I was saying. Pooh Shiesty was like, yo, I'm out. I'm out of here. Skirt. I ain't going back for that 40 grand. I'm out of here because I got the back end to pick up at King of Diamonds. And if something happens to me right here, whether I get hit or I get arrested, that means I can't make it to the money at King of Diamonds. Now, this dude is in such a heightened state of emergency that now I kind of understand it. Now I kind of understand it, what happened to him at King of Diamonds. You know? Dot Low says once he puts anyone else's name in his confession and statement, it's snitching. If we talk in street rules, and that was one of the key things that Wack 100 said, you guys. Wack 100 said a very simple thing. Again, major shout out to my bro, Big Chuck, man, really killing it on this internet shit. You know, he's taking Death of the Clout Chaser to a whole nother level. And I actually respect the relationship that he has with Wack 100, man, because that's something that has really proved how valuable Big Chuck is on Clubhouse. But Wack said, I did see what I read, and it is what that is. You know what I mean? That's one of the things that Wack 100 said to Big Chuck that caught me. You know what I mean? That's one of the things he said that caught me. It is what that is. Because just like you said, Dot Low, in the streets, they know what that is. But from what I read here, it seems to me you guys, that Pooh Shiesty's homies would be in the know. It seems to me that Pooh Shiesty's homies would be in the know about what is going on. Unless people are just like, oh, Mikey T, you are absolutely crazy. You are absolutely crazy. That is the deal that the celebrity of the group gets, Mikey T. That is the deal that Mikey T, the movie star, gets. The two guys that are with Mikey T don't get that deal. But that's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother story right there. Hold on 1 second. Damn, man, we didn't even finish the Gucci Man shit, man. We didn't even finish the Gucci Man shit. But all right, so let's get back to it, man. Let's get back to it. Damn, that's some good shit right there. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, Big Chuck has chimed in here a bunch in the past, Terrell. We done did that a bunch of times, bro. What y'all smoking on? All right, you guys, I'm putting up a poll right now. Let me know when y'all could start voting in the poll when y'all can see it. And remember, my interview with Bizarre is pinned. I'm smoking on some caffeine tonight, bro. I'm smoking on caffeine tonight. I'm asking y'all in the poll, man. I want everybody to vote in the poll right now. Helium Kush. Okay, James. Major salute to you, bro. I'm on that push pop gelato and runts. I was thinking about buying some runts too, man. I was thinking about buying like a 14 of some runts. I bought an eighth of some weak ass OG Kush today. I was about to buy like a 14 or something, 7, but then I was like, all right, I'm just gonna take the 25. I'm gonna take the 30, actually. But I drove there, so I got it for 25. Even better. It was crappy. I would never buy it again. I'm gonna stick to the dispensary. I'm gonna stick to the cookies. What do we got? Everybody vote. I want everybody in here. We got 74 people in here. I want y'all to vote. Who's winning this thing right now? You know, NBA YoungBoy was smart. He put out a record literally hours after Lil Durk's Aha. He came out with I Hate YoungBoy. I Hate YoungBoy dropped hours after Aha. But I want to know, what do y'all think? Hit that vote in the chat. Right now, Lil Durk is at 54%. People are feeling Lil Durk a little bit more. You know, Durk has a couple things on edge. You know, he has a couple things to edge out in this situation. But hold on, I'm looking at what y'all are saying. Keep the voting coming. Still 57% for Lil Durk, 43% for NBA YoungBoy. It looks like in here y'all are feeling Lil Durk. Lil Durk has the big record with Gucci Man, Rumors. He has his own album coming, and he's also got the album with Little Baby, and he also had his own album prior to that, the Voices album. So NBA YoungBoy has a new album, has two recent albums in the last 6 months, plus a new album coming out with Da Baby. So these guys are really neck and neck with it, man. Jose Rivera says he took Vaughn's notebook. That's why. Highly doubt that, brother. Come on now. Jose, have a little bit more respect than that for these guys, brother. Come on now. Let me see what's going on with the votes. Wow. Lil Durk is still leading, you guys. We got 76 people in here, but we've only got 18 votes, 19 votes. Hit that vote, y'all. Kevin Rodriguez, I appreciate you for tapping in, bro. James Brown, well, Durk didn't really strike first, man. Durk got pressured into this. You know what I mean? Durk kind of got pressured into this, you guys. I think all the jabs on the Colors project really pushed. I think all the jabs on the Colors project from NBA YoungBoy pushed Little Durk into responding. You know what I mean? I don't think Little Durk had planned on dissing NBA YoungBoy unless all of this happened. Just my opinion, though. I think Durk was going to take the high road. You know, Durk and his song came out saying, you know, what I think he wanted everybody else to do. You know, I think Durk wanted nobody to mention King Von. And, you know, he said, don't respond to shit with Von. I think that's what Little Durk was doing, you know, at the beginning. I think Durk was doing his best not to respond to anything negative coming out that was mentioned in King Von, you know, and I got to give him some acknowledgement and respect for doing that, you know, because it had to have been hard. King Von was his heart, you know what I mean? King Von was his artist, you know, that was his friend that actually made it. You know, a lot of people looked at Lil Durk and they're like, bro, man, you're the artist, Durk. What are you doing wasting your time putting on somebody else, putting on this guy who is he going to be able to handle it? Sometimes these guys from Chicago can't handle it. Like, are you wasting your time, Durk? A lot of people probably did that shit to Lil Durk, but he succeeded, man. And I seen it personally, man. James Brown, right. You can lose all the battles. That's right. You can lose all the battles, man, as long as you win the war. You know what I'm saying? You can lose all those battles as long as you win the war, man. Because that's what it's really about in the end of the day, you know? That's strategy right there. I'm not saying it's strategy to I'm not saying it's strategy to go into something thinking you got to lose every single battle. No. No, but you know, like if you could see something like is obviously going to happen. Let me see. YB is winning at the present with more streams and from a street view. With more, yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you on the more streams aspect. You know what I'm saying, and the fact that he's actually selling as many albums or projects. He's selling just as many projects, you know, with a mixtape or a project dubbed a mixtape as Dirk is with his albums, you know. What do we got here? Wow. 25 votes, and it's still Little Dirk 56, NBA YoungBoy 44. That's kind of shocking, man. That's kind of shocking. You know, a lot of NBA YoungBoy fans are out there. They be giving me hell. You know what I mean? I'm a YoungBoy guy. I done seen YoungBoy when he was facing murder charges, and he beat those. You know what I mean? So you don't got to tell me about that, man. I've been watching YoungBoy's career. I personally watched Lil Durk's career. You know what I mean? I've been to a lot of the nightclubs where he was promoting his This Ain't What You Want record. You know what I mean? I've been to studio sessions. I've actually interviewed Little Durk. So I've watched both of these guys actually come up in their respective paths. NBA YoungBoy just has such a cult following that, I mean, shit, he just has such a massive following that, they're not getting off of him. You know what I mean? But Little Durk was able to put out an artist that was beginning to succeed. Quando Rondo has begun to fail. Yeah, man. Yeah, there is online tripping for him. I mean, we saw what happened with NLE Choppa. You know what I mean? We saw what happened with NLE Choppa when Choppa was walking to get his rental car, I believe is what he told DJ Academics. So he had left the airport heading to get his rental car, and he was approached by a fan, either of his, it was a fan of Young, probably a fan of both of theirs, and he was yelling to him, and an altercation took place, man. So I think go check out the interview with Academics and NLE Choppa, and pick up the Me vs. Me album as well, you guys. We got to support these dudes. We got to stream their music. You know what I'm saying? All these dudes. Little Durk, he's putting out quality music right now. Whether it's the diss track Aha, or it is his music with 50 Cent, or Rumors with Gucci Man. NBA YoungBoy, obviously, he just put out an album. When was that? In January? When was the date on Colors? So yeah, I think it was January 29th, right? And so he put out the album. Maybe I'm wrong on that date. So he put out that album, and now he's already gearing up for another group project with the baby. This dude does not stop working, man. You know what I'm saying? He does not stop working. I want to see what comes from that album with him and the baby, man. Let me see. Dot Low says NBA might have the edge because his career is independent. Dirk got that machine behind him. Uh, yeah, you're right, Terrell. What happened to King Von destroyed Quando Rondo's career because Quando Rondo did not take the right approach with it. Quando Rondo tried to keep doing his shows. You know what I mean? Quando Rondo should have pulled back and shown that he had respect for what happened. Even though it was a fight, it was a fight between them where Quando was getting his card pulled. He should have pulled back and like had respect for what happened, and like, yo, it was a fight, my man, he was just trying to defend me. I never wanted to see this happen to King Von. But yo, they're making tracks on albums called Gangsta Shit and rehashing elements of what happened. You know what I'm saying? No, that's what they're doing. They're continuously speaking on it rather than rehabbing their image. And that's why Quando Rondo's career is over, because it's in bad taste what he did. Guys trying to have a show 2 weeks after what happened to King Von. No, no, man. Absolutely not. The level of respect, it's like the level of disrespect is completely obvious. And the people just said no, they backlashed on him. Sometimes that will happen, where, the fans will just do a complete turn on you, man. I felt like that was happening a little bit earlier this year, when Black Youngsta filmed a music video at a graveyard, with a tombstone that had the last name of Young Dolph on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can only go but so far in this game before the fans they're like, all right, I'm just going to change the channel. I'm just going to change the channel, man. It's not a level. That's not entertaining to me, man. You're going to bring, I actually liked Young Dolph more than I liked Black Youngsta. And I'm just speaking from a fan's perspective. You got a million fans who are probably like that. I actually like Young Dolph more than Black Youngsta. I'm turning this shit off, man. You kidding me, man? Like, a lot of people like feel a certain way about stuff like that. But yeah, I'm glad I can, make that point tonight. Y'all can hear that shit. Cause that's really just how I feel about it in reality. Black Youngster didn't need to film that video in a graveyard, even if it was an aggressive track, you know? He didn't need to film the video in a graveyard, even if he mentioned a gravestone, even if he mentioned a tombstone in the lyrics. He should have, recognized what is happening right now. You know what I mean? Obviously, he knows what's going on. His biggest op in the music industry was just taken out, you know? So he could have did something in better taste. Allie Patterson, what is going on? Appreciate you for tapping in tonight. Um, excuse me, G Seagraph. My bad. Appreciate you for tapping in, Seagraph. Um, Saying NBA YoungBoy got this. Yeah, everybody, put your votes in. But we got 34 votes in. There's 70 people in here. I got a poll up right now. Who is winning the beef? NBA YoungBoy, Lil Durk. It's 53% for Lil Durk right now, and 47% for NBA YoungBoy. So let's see. So Pooh Shiesty's lawyer actually responded to all this, you guys. He said this is 100% fake news at Wack 100. There is no paperwork that would say Pooh Shiesty said a word about anything on anything. In fact, none of the three charged gave proffers on anything about anything. This is just a straight mistruth. They all took pleas to the same crime of one count of possession of a weapon during a drug crime. Well, I think that's what I said a little bit earlier. I think I pretty much said in this video that I don't think Pooh Shiesty would have signed this paperwork. I don't think Pooh Shiesty would have signed off on that paperwork if it's anything that his co-defendants would not have agreed on. You know, I don't think that would have been the case. Like I mentioned earlier, Rollo had to sign off on a 5-year plea that would have put his co-defendants in a worse situation. So he didn't sign off on that. So I don't think Pooh Shiesty would sign off. Now, Wack 100 is saying he read this, but he doesn't know what the other co-defendants are saying. He doesn't know what the other co-defendants are aware of. You know what I mean? Like it is about Pooh Shiesty. Don't worry about that. I don't know what the hell's going on with that, to be honest with you, man. I just keep going with the show. But Pooh Shiesty's lawyer apparently responded to this, saying they all took pleas to the same crime, one count of a possession of a weapon during a drug crime. None of them gave a proffer about anything. So I had to find out what the hell a proffer was. I'm not like a lawyer or anything. A lot of these guys, they like to diss people about not knowing different things when it comes to law. Excuse me for never getting caught up. I thought the name of the game was to not get caught and charged. Excuse me. I didn't know the name of the game was to go to court and beat everything and then brag about it in the streets because you knew all specific terms. Maybe I was wrong. So, anyways, proffer a proffer is a prelude to cooperation. So I looked it up, and that's actually what it was. What is poppin'? Real prophecy is in the building. Major salute to you. So, so basically, I kind of called this. You know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta wait for all of the information to come out. You know what I mean? Just because you read some bullshit paragraph where a rapper is signing his name and admitting the guilt with all of him and his homies. You know what I mean? You're gonna like one of the guys in the chat said, if you sign off on something that has anybody else's name in it, that's snitching. That's how the streets are gonna look at it. They all knew what they were about to sign off on. They all have signed off on one charge, you guys. They all signed off on one charge when they were facing four. They all got a pretty good deal, if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? Pretty good deal. Now, I honestly think that Pooh Shiesty would have been able to beat these charges, these bogus ass charges. What are the it's the charge of possession of a weapon during a drug crime. You know what I mean? The whole thing that's going on shouldn't be happening in the first place. You know what I mean? So it's an illegal activity going on. So I got a feeling they could have beat that. What up? What up? What up, George? Appreciate you for tapping in. I feel like he could have beat that if he didn't get hemmed up in this whole situation at the Miami strip club, as they refer to it. But yeah, so Pooh Shiesty, no, Pooh Shiesty did not snitch. It's pretty evident here. Pooh Shiesty got his homies a good deal in this situation. Pooh Shiesty got a pretty good deal in this situation. Man, I gotta roll something up, you guys. I gotta roll something up. I'm about out of this joint right here. I got like one hit left of this. What do we got? What do we got for the chat? It looks like, guys, it looks like Lil Durk is taking this thing, man. It looks like Lil Durk is taking this thing, you guys. Lil Durk over NBA YoungBoy on my channel, I guess. Now NBA YoungBoy went a little bit far on his diss track. You know what I mean? YoungBoy went a little bit far, in my opinion, on his diss track, especially when he mentioned India. You know what I mean? I really didn't think it was cool that he mentioned India like that, because now I feel like that Durk is just going to come back even worse. You know what I mean? NBA YoungBoy said, "Why he dropped that whack ass song, pussy bitch? You should have known." So you should have known. You should have known. You should have known that if you poked, that NBA YoungBoy would be ready, and he was. Lil Durk put out a record. You know what I'm saying? Lil Durk put out a record, and within 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever, however much time it was, I know because some people were messaging on my video. They're like, "Yo, Mikey T, a new NBA YoungBoy diss track just dropped." People were sending me messages on my Instagram. If you guys want to follow me on Instagram, I'll follow y'all back right now. I don't know if you guys are on the gram like that, but if you are, I'll follow you back. It's Mikey T _ the movie star. Yeah, anybody that follows me, I'll follow you guys back immediately, man. Danny Gray says Dirk is on a whole new level. He is kicking it with the industry. And what is NBA YoungBoy doing? NBA YoungBoy is trying to kick down the doors of the industry. He's calling out everybody in the industry right now, you guys. Like we've mentioned, Gucci. Gucci just went ape shit on him. We're gonna get back into that in just a second. Lil Boosie, who I don't know what Lil Boosie's gonna do or say, because in reality, he really just said that he feels like Little Boosie doesn't like him, but he said Boosie not to call his phone, and Boosie might be calling NBA YoungBoy for a favor, right? Boosie might be calling NBA YoungBoy to come to do the Boosie Bash. You know what I mean? He might be calling NBA YoungBoy to come in and do a song for one of his albums. Or let's just say Lil Boosie wants to get NBA YoungBoy in one of his new movies. Now you got NBA YoungBoy hating you because you're working with Lil Durk. Now you got NBA YoungBoy hating you because you're affiliating with Lil Durk. And we've seen Boosie and NBA YoungBoy go back and forth on a number of occasions, where where Lil Boosie is trying to tell NBA YoungBoy to get the hell out of New Orleans, because rappers in their own city, it really doesn't mix. So we've seen their interaction over the last few years, and we know the prospect of what their relationship could be. I mean, shit, NBA YoungBoy could get the call from Boosie at any time to do a record, but now with Boosie really trying to take the film market, Boosie could pay NBA YoungBoy to be in a film, pay him $1 million to be in a movie, get that homie hookup deal, and then he could go sell the movie. Or maybe he could pay him $2 million. But I think $1 million would be good for a little 15 days of work. But oh shit, what's going on with the voting? Wow, Lil Durk just took a major rise up. He just took a major rise up. Lil Durk is at 59%, and NBA YoungBoy is at 40%. Wow, Lil Durk is at 60%. I'm going to give the poll another minute. I'm going to give the poll another minute, and then I'm going to end it. And I'm going to start a new poll, actually. So I'm going to give it another minute. So hit that poll right now, and I'll do the final results. If you didn't vote, here's your last chance to vote. Vote now in the poll. Chicago's in the room. What's up, Michelle Chandler? Thank you for tuning in tonight. And the poll ends with Lil Durk 60-40 over NBA YoungBoy. All right, I'm about to set something new up. You guys. Just give me 1 second. Bear with me here, y'all. Bear with me. All right, y'all. I'm putting the new poll up. I want everybody to vote in the new poll. It's going to be available in just 1 second. Y'all better take this poll serious. And if you haven't seen my interview with Bazaar, hit that link in my bio. If you have not seen the interview with Bazaar, hit the link in my bio. I wanna be just like. All right, y'all. I'm gonna light up. Share this video, everybody. Share this video. Come on now. Y'all is hilarious. Yo, if you guys didn't see my new interview with Bizarre from D12, hit that link in my bio right now, or hit that link that's actually pinned to this video, and it'll bring you to my interview with Bizarre. One of my best interviews, y'all. One of my best interviews. I can't believe a lot of y'all haven't seen it, man. It's one of my best interviews. I got him to break down a lot, as far as how D12 came together, working on their first two albums, why we never got the third album with, once Proof had passed away. He broke down when Eminem had signed 50 Cent, Suge Knight running up on the video set for In the Club, all that shit, you guys. It was really a crazy interview. Oh, I got something very special for y'all coming in regard to the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Y'all will see that very soon. Also, I just wrapped up a new interview with G's Gasoline. Danny Gray says that he saw the interview with Bizarre. He said, yeah, I saw it. It's got a lot of good information. Yeah, if you haven't seen my interview with Bizarre, hit that link in my bio. One of my best new interviews, man. I'm doing new interviews all year. Just locked in with G's Gasoline, Brooklyn, New York, the king of New York drill. He's really doing big things, man. I remember China Mac actually introduced me to him a few years ago. So he's been working, and now I actually linked up with him. We did some great work this week. Got another big interview coming, but I'm not going to talk about it just yet. RIP to Proof, that's right. Legend of the legends, such a dope MC. Most people never saw his raw potential. Yo, Iceberg, why did Bizarre start cracking up when I responded to him saying that? Bizarre don't. I wanna. I wanna be just like you. I wanna be. I got the Bel Air blue. We were waiting on it, right, guys? We was waiting on it, right? Remember we were talking about this on all the live videos? We were like, yo, is the shit blue? Is it blue, damn it? We was talking about it all live. And now I got it right here, every single video, chilling on my mantelpiece. This caffeine is dope, though. This shit is dope right here, you guys. This shit is dope, y'all. Let me see. So Gucci Man had some crazy shit to say, you guys. Listen, so the last thing I had read about Gucci Man was he was saying, I don't have any detective friends. Detectives hate me. They beat me up when they catch me. I don't say shit, but call my lawyer. I know his number by heart. That's like my guy, Iceberg, the moderator in here. He's the godfather of the chat, y'all. He knows his lawyer's number by heart, just like Gucci Man. Gucci Man knows his lawyer's number by heart, and Iceberg knows his lawyer's number by heart. So he had said, Gucci was like, I don't say shit, but call my lawyer. I know his number by heart. I don't talk to nobody. And then Gucci kind of went on. He was like, shit, I don't like to talk to nobody but my wife for real, which I don't really get, when a lot of these guys say that they don't like to talk to anybody but their wife. You know what I mean? I remember having a wife for like 10 years, you know what I mean? A wifey for like 10 years. I would want to talk to anybody but that bitch. You know what I'm saying? So like, I don't really get this whole thing of I want to only talk to my wife. I'm calling your bluff, guys. I'm calling your bluff on that one. You know what I mean? Because I feel like a lot of these guys, like they be saying that shit about like, yo, man, the only one that is my wife. This is my. It's like, all right, bro. All right, man. You maybe I'm wrong about that, man. I'm sorry, ladies. You know I love you. Because you said, "Oh yeah, cool," as if you're used to being around people that are high on PCB. Hey, bro. Well, I'm not gonna do anything that's gonna ruin my interview. I'll tell you that much. Me and Bazaar were vibing. If the man had to be on that Charles Hamilton, well, to do whatever. Now Charles Hamilton is gonna hit me up like, "What the hell's wrong with you, Mikey T? Why would you say that about me, Mikey T?" A good wife will do that for a man, though. He said most def want to body him for getting a. Why you let Bizarre rap on high track beat? What? No, no, no. Why you let Bizarre rap on high? Why you let Bizarre rap on high tech track? All he's gonna do is talk about hoes and smoking crack. Why you let Bizarre rap on the high tech track? All he's gonna do is talk about and selling. When Nas hear this, he's probably gonna hate me. When Eminem sees this, he's probably gonna hate me. He's gonna be like, that white boy Mike T is crazy. But yeah, man, it was a great episode tonight, man. Let's see, what do we got here, man? Let's see, hold on. Nitty Blanco. Well, I mean, bro, it's not paperwork. It's a plea deal for him to take one charge instead of four. In fact, it's a plea deal for him and his homies. So it's not the fact that the paperwork is fake. It's the fact that people are saying that he's snitching on his homies because that they're all hemmed up in this situation. They've all got to take the charge. You know what I mean? They've all got to take the charge. They all did some wild ass shit in Bay Harbor. You know what I mean? My homie used to live in Bal Harbor. I I don't think it's the same shit. But I remember he lived in that same type of building where you live in a high rise building, you'd come down. And I remember a bunch of times people would bring weed, people would bring shoes, you know what I mean? Uh Barbers would come over the crib. But there must be a difference between Bay Harbor and Bal Harbor. And I'm not too familiar with it, man. You know what I'm saying? I only went to Diddy's house on Star Island one time. Yeah, Any any of the other bloggers been to Diddy's house, by the way? I'll wait. Let me know in the comments. Yeah, man. Yeah, man, that's how people wanted to run with it. They want to run with it at first. You know what I mean? About Pooh Shiesty, and all this shit comes out where he's signing some documents that involve his friends. They want to run with that shit, but honestly, I could kind of see it from the beginning, just from when I heard about it. I was like, well, to be honest with you, if Pooh Shiesty is going to accept this deal, I kind of feel like he knows. I kind of feel like his associates know the deal that's coming. Pooh Shiesty's got money, man. He's not going to leave his homies hemmed up in the situation, rotting in a jail cell. That's another factor of it as well. You know what I mean? He's got the money to say, listen, I want the same legal representation for my homies as it's going to be for me. We saw how bad. Well, that whole situation, it can make you look bad in some stances, but in other situations, it's like I'm already too rich to care about that. Pooh Shiesty not being in that situation. But yeah, you guys, I'm gonna open it up, man. I'm gonna do some open questions in just a second when I read this last part of this. Oh yeah, so he said, yeah, I'm not gonna read that last part that Gucci Man said. But the old Gucci Man is back regardless, you guys. The old Gucci Man is back. And NBA YoungBoy, if you want to poke the lion, you know what I mean? I, y'all are some dope hyenas, you know what I mean? But if you want to poke the lion, and I'm going to catch major hell for that because NBA YoungBoy has been selling a lot more records than Gucci lately. But if you guys want to poke the lion of Gucci Man, it looks like you got him back, man, because we had the good guy, the nutritionist, the guy who was all about the family values. We had that Gucci Man back, the quote unquote clone. But if y'all want to poke Gucci Man, I'm sure Guap will come back more gangsta Gucci than ever. You got, hold on one second. Damn. My bad, guys. We almost just had a colossal failure. We almost just had a colossal failure on the show. My computer just went down to 1%, but we're back. Andrew, what is going on? He says, if they didn't do that, life sentences was on the table all the way from London. Yeah, man, it was actually 80 years between those four charges, 20 years apiece. You know what I'm saying? 20 years apiece was on the table between those four charges. And then they had a whole nother case from the Miami strip club incident at King of Diamonds. So you got to imagine that's another case where they're facing another 10 to 20 years. So Pooh Shiesty was facing 100 years. That's why I was stressing it. If Pooh was not going through this other case in Miami, he would have had a big opportunity to beat what had happened. He would have had a big opportunity to beat this case that he's had to plea out of now. Yeah. Detail says this seems like a rollout for Gucci. The whole situation. You think so, Detail? You think Gucci Man can use this and use it to really blast himself off once again, so to speak? Get a little bit of get all eyes on Gucci Man. I'm saying Gucci Man is not going to be disrespected, and that is evident. Gucci is not going to be disrespected. He's not going to be told that he hangs around with quote unquote pussies by somebody 20 years younger than him. Somebody that let me do a little Google search real quick. Yeah, they've worked together back in 2019. Gucci Man featuring YoungBoy and the Baby in 2020. Richer Than Everybody. Last year Boosie worked with Lil Durk. We also saw in 2020 Gucci work with Da Baby and YoungBoy. Now YoungBoy and DaBaby have worked together. So the writing is pretty much on the wall with all of that. Nitty Blanco. Nitty Blanco says, I don't think that young boy wants that smoke with Gucci, man. I don't think he cares, man. You know, the way he mentioned Boosie, Lil Baby, and Gucci, man, I don't think he really cares. You know, I think, and the way that he did his album Colors, the mixtape project, the way that he did that by pretty much using it to mention those old beefs, I don't think he really cares about that. I think he's looking for subject matter and reality. You know, I don't want to say, I don't want to sound like that when I say I don't think he has a lot of subject matter left. But let's be real. A lot of times when these guys they get removed from the streets for so many years, they lose things to rap about. So maybe he's going to tap into rapping about and dissing some of these other rappers since he can't technically rap about all the street shit that he's so far removed from when he's making these tens of millions of dollars on YouTube and tens of millions of dollars through his music. Um Andrew, well, I just did an interview with an artist that actually he doesn't believe that. He doesn't believe this is an industry beef about money. A lot of people believe this beef goes a little bit deeper because of what happened with King Von. You know what I mean? A lot of people look at it that it goes a little bit deeper. And now the beef has gone from Quando and Vaughn to the actual figureheads of the group, NBA YoungBoy and Little Durk. You know, last year, a few years ago, when this was happening, I didn't really know if I was going to see it going like that. You know, I didn't know if it was going to go as far as Little Durk and NBA YoungBoy actually calling one another out. But here we are today, 2022, the end of February, and these two men are calling each other out crazily. We'll see what happens in the coming weeks with it. Yeah, he doesn't detail. He doesn't really care because now, like we've seen the pictures, we've seen the snapshots, screenshots of NBA YoungBoy reaching out to artists, you know, when he was younger, like, yo, I'm a young emerging artist from New Orleans, like he may have done with Boosie. Apparently, he did it with Soldier Boy. We saw him actually reaching out to people asking for a shot. Right now, he is just as big as all of those artists that he reached out to asking for a shot. And he can't be denied right now, man. Even though I still do think Little Durk is the number one artist. That's just my opinion. Don't don't go crazy on me for it, man. Um I think Durk is the number one artist right now, but NBA YoungBoy is making a solid case, you know, like between YouTube, between the music sales. If he can keep this shit up and he doesn't go back to jail, because right now he's on house arrest, so his career is limited to a certain extent. If he can keep this shit up and he can really expand his career, and he's going to have to actually find a way to expand his career aside from doing these diss tracks. You know, I don't, because look at the sales. Look at the sales of Colors. They weren't as good as Sincerely Control, you know. So he's going to have to find another way to actually sell some units. And he's alienating all of the other artists in the game that could be his partners. But it looks like he's got something going on with DaBaby though. So him and DaBaby are going to release an album, and it said that he's working on his next solo album. Which disc do I think was better, Young Boys or Dirks? Well, Young Boys was much more directed, you know what I mean? It was pretty much the whole thing was directed as a diss, whereas Dirks wasn't. But Dirks, I'm gonna have to say, was better. Even playing it back a few times, you know, Dirk Dirk really just had everything together on his disc, whereas you know he could really package that up, and you know, Young Boy's disc was kind of all over the place, man. Yo, y'all need to go check out my interview with Bazaar. Hit the link in my bio. Hit the link that's pinned up right now. But yeah, I did a poll on that actually, and Little Durk has really been winning all the polls, man. But I'm gonna open it up, man. I'm gonna open it up. Open questions, y'all. Anybody has any questions, hit me with them, man. It's been a dope podcast tonight. Wack 100 spoke on the Pooh Shiesty rumors. Gucci Man apparently called NBA YoungBoy soft. He called him soft. Like, like, really, Gucci? Damn, what are you going to do next, Guap? Yeah, Dirk is not on house arrest. NBA YoungBoy is on house arrest. All Pro 206 says, thank you, cuz Dirk diss was an actual song that can get radio play, and he was still able to get on YB's ass. Yeah, yeah, and he did it in a crazy way. He actually did the hook. The hook was in complete diss format as well. You don't usually hear it like that. I mean, I guess Tupac hit him up, right? I hit him up. I hit him up. Let me see. What do you think about Meg and Tori's situation? Meg the Stallion and Tory Lanez. What do I think about their situation? I don't really think much about it. You know what I mean? It's not really my lane. Some new information had just came out about it that was seemingly putting Tory a little bit further from it. Very weird situation that I don't really like to follow up on too much. It seems like it really screwed up Tory Lanez's career to a certain extent. He was doing those whole shows during the pandemic that was just going crazy. His popularity was going to another level. Then this whole shit happened, and I don't really think too much about it. The video was crazy when they had them all getting out of the car and they were like, put your hands up, walk straight a straight line, get down on the ground. That shit was funny as hell. You never see no celebrities having to do that shit. East Cleveland says Dirt get treated special when YB is putting up the real numbers. Yeah, man, that's because Dirk is able to go to all the places. You know what I mean? Dirk is able to enjoy all of the luxuries that usually come to superstar artists performing in stadiums all across the country at different times, being able to book shows and not have to get the money back. Young boy's probably been in a whole bunch of situations where he took money for a show, then he ended up having to give money back, different shit like that. Stuff that hinders him from being at the level of performance as Little Durk. You know what I mean? That's why Durk gets that. That's why he gets the money that's involved with those shows as well. Andrew, I did a little episode last night where we spoke on Wack 100 trying to bail out Crip Mac. Honestly, I thought that was an admirable thing. That was an admirable thing for Wack 100 to do. You know what I mean? I thought that was an honorable thing for Wack 100 to do. I didn't really know much about their relationship. Obviously, them together would be a machine, but I don't think, I well, I mean, he wasn't able to bail him out because of the fact that he had a pre-existing charge. So if anybody has any questions before we get up out of here tonight, I will take a couple questions before we end the podcast. I have an interview with Berserk. Oh yeah, I hear you, Nitty. So there was supposed to be a fight with Crip Mac and Blueface. I hadn't really heard about that. That would be a real mismatch though, man. That would be a crazy mismatch. You know what I mean? Like Crip Mac is just so big. You know what I mean? Crip Mac is just so big, and then Blueface is like, skinny and taller. But shit, Blueface is on his fighting shit. But yeah, I want everybody to check out my new interview with Bazaar. The link is pinned up right now. Appreciate if everybody on here drops a comment on that. Let me know what you thought of it. It's one of my dopest interviews, no lie. Right, Andrew. Wack was saying that he actually had a bail bondsman that could have got Crip Mac out, and I appreciate you for staying on as well, man. He said he had a bail bondsman that could have got him out. All he needed really was a name. All he needed was a name, first and last name, which is like crazy. It's like, wow, this dude, type of dude to go the extra mile, even if he is going to be fighting his artist in a boxing match. Obviously, he has an invested interest. Still says a lot about his character that he would go that far to do it, you know. But the bail bondsman got back to him and said, "Nah, it's a no-touch bond." He had no bail on it, so there was nothing Wack could do. Oh, about the fight? Yeah, well, we'll see, man. Honestly, about the fight, I think it's a little bit of a mismatch with Blueface and Crip Mac. One second, y'all. I got something for you. Got something for y'all right here. I got something for y'all right here. We got something right here. I'm putting it up. Since they're talking about it with the open questions, we're doing open questions right now. I'm putting it up in the poll. Who would win boxing? Who would win boxing, you guys? I want to know who would win boxing. Would it be Blueface? Would it be Crep Mac? Would it be Blueface or would it be Crep Mac? I want to know. We got 61 people in here. Let's go. About to finish this up. I'm taking open questions right now to end the show off. A lot of people rocking with Crep Mac. Hit that vote in the chat. Let me know who you guys think would win. Who would win, Crip Mac or Blueface boxing? Head up boxing. How do you like that one, yo? Is that a good one? All right, East Cleveland, you went for Blueface. Did you vote that in the chat? Because looks like Hilt TV says he's going with Crip Mac. Oh man, it looks like Crip Mac is taking all these votes. I miss you, darling. Where you been? I miss you, darling. Where you been? I've been in court all day and I want to smoke. Who is that again? I miss you, darling. Where you been? I've been in court all day and I want to smoke. That's got to be Max B. What other rapper was in court all day and then getting out to smoke? Only other one I could think that would be like that is probably like Big, but Big wasn't in court all day. Snoop. Snoop obviously was in court all day at one point. Ooh, Nitty. Nitty pointed out maybe the obvious, but he said Crip Mac took a 10-on-1 and walk away. He's going to destroy Blueface. And, this should be better if they can get this fight going. Someone correct me if I'm mistaken, if there's already a date or whatever. But if they can get this fight going, it'll definitely be a better fight than Blueface's last one. But I just say it's a mismatch, you know what I mean? And I'm not saying that because I'd rather see Crip Mac in there with another big ass dude, you know what I mean? Like another big ass dude, like say like Mac 10 or something like that. But I just feel like it's kind of a mixed match in that end with the weight, but they both got the tattoos. Maybe publicity wise it'll be a big thing. Like Crip Mac going at Blueface on all the blogs, them doing a whole clubhouse. That'd be dope if they could do that on the 100 podcast or even on Big Chuck's Death of the Clout Chaser. Big Chuck's Death of the Clout Chaser. Slippery Surfer says that Blueface is an athlete. He will last longer. Andrew says that was his homies. They wasn't trying to hurt him. All Pro 206 says Blueface cuz he done it before and he is a real life athlete. Had football schoolie and he is longer, quicker, and way more shape. Detail comes in and says, and Crip Mac is on his workout thing now, so he's trimming the fat and he's gaining muscle. Okay, let me take a look at what the votes in the poll are looking like. I hope you guys, we have 52 people still in here. So before we get out of here tonight, I hope you will all consider voting in the poll. This is our third poll of the night. Lil Durk took the first one. It was who is winning the beef, Lil Durk or NBA YoungBoy, and Lil Durk took it 60 to 40%. But we're asking you now, who would win in a boxing match, Blueface or Crip Mac? And right now, it is 64% for Crip Mac and 36% for Blueface. But yeah, man, what a dope episode tonight, man. Let me see. Last questions. I'm going to put up the thing. Last questions, y'all. Anybody has any last questions? I'm going to smoke the rest of this J. You can hit the link that I got pinned up if you want to check out my interview with Bizarre, if you want to support the channel. I appreciate everybody that taps in on these videos on a consistent basis. Kenny White says, are y'all just going for Crip Mac because he's bigger than Blueface? Well, Nitty says if Blueface gets caught with one of them hooks, it's a wrap. Free Crip Mac. Shout out from Toronto. Major shout out to Toronto. Oh shit, I need to request a review, man. There we go. Vote in the if you haven't voted in the poll, vote in the poll, y'all. Show some love and vote in the poll, y'all. Yep, I see it's 67% for Crip Mac. Everyone's going for Crip Mac, man. Boxing, Crip Mac, Blueface. Who y'all got? 717 late, but we made it. What up, Mikey T? Appreciate you shouting. Major salute to you, bro. I got a poll up right now if y'all want to vote in it. Boxing match, Crip Mac versus Blueface. I'm wondering, who do y'all think should be in that? Finch Bar says, door is always open for you here. And he asked, do you think that Dre has a piece of Death Row? I'm not too sure about the whole thing with Death Row, what's going to happen with it. I know Snoop has a new project out called Back on Death Row. I don't know if Snoop is going to use Death Row as his label now. I got to really read into all that. We got to wait and see the first official signee that's going to be with the new Death Row, and if Dr. Dre is going to stand behind it. We'll know that based on the production on the album, though. You can tell when Dr. Dre is involved with something in comparison to when he just gave a beat. You know what I mean? Or if he just wasn't even on it whatsoever. You know what I mean? Or if he gave a beat, but he just helped on it a little bit. Like we've seen different, elements of Dr. Dre in projects over the years where he was heavily involved and when he was lingering, you know, and when he just was there one time. So we'll be able to read what's going on with this whole situation with Snoop. Uh, we'll see what happens with Corrupt and Daz. I think Daz could be a piece to that puzzle as well. I think Daz still has it, man. Nitty says, I don't think Crip Mac is bigger than Blueface. Crip Mac is just an internet star. Yeah, you're 100% right on that, Nitty. Blueface is the bigger star. Blueface has sold millions of, songs. You know what I mean? Millions of tracks. He's gone gold, I should say, or he's gone platinum. He's gone diamond, I believe he said on a record as well. So he certainly is more well known than Crip Mac. But Crip Mac he's got an element to him that is promotable, marketable, as they say, and then both of these guys have tattoos, so that even makes it that much more marketable. But let's be honest. We were talking the other day about the attributes that uh Crip Mac has. Crip Mac has relevancy right now. Right now, Crip Mac is relevant in comparison to Blueface. Blueface is not as relevant as Crip Mac right now. I think that's something we can all agree on. So that's why Crip Mac would also be giving Blueface the rub in this situation. Damn, Hilt must have watched Blueface's fight. I did not. It was with somebody that I had no idea who it was. I believe it was some sort of a TikTok star or something like that. I have no interest in seeing that. Now, even though Crip Mac, with his newfound celebrity and Blueface is more, marketable to somebody like me, I think it's a mismatch, but that's something I would watch, before me watching Blueface versus a random TikToker. I don't really go on TikTok. I believe there's a guy on TikTok that is named Mikey T, though. Dude needs to show me a little bit of respect. He needs to put a little bit of respect on my name, if you will. What up, Troublesome? Appreciate you for tuning in. Kevin Gray, I actually don't know if this fight is happening, but what is the reason? The reason is celebrity boxing, man. Celebrity boxing is all of the rage right now. You know what I'm saying? Celebrity boxing is the most popular shit right now, bro. So when guys are able to set up a match, they do it. They jump at the opportunity. And like I was just saying a little bit earlier, right now, Crip Mac has an edge, not the razor's edge, but he has an edge on Blueface, being that he is, currently a little bit more popular than Blueface. Whatever way you want to slice it, it's just a reality. Crip Mac is a little bit more relevant than Blueface right now. even though, even though Blueface has sold all the records, even though Blueface had that run where everyone thought he was going to be the next big thing. Right now, we're in the middle of Crip Mac's run, but it got a little bit detoured. The Crip Mac run is getting a little bit detoured right now with the fact that he got locked up. I think he was just riding around too much. When people get a little bit extra money, they be riding around to all different types of places that they wouldn't have necessarily have been. So he's riding around. He gets pulled over, apparently with a hammer, and now he's hemmed up in a situation where he has no bail. Really sucks. You know what I mean? That's gonna teach me a lesson in the future. You know what I mean? When you're riding around, making all in all them extra spots that you aren't necessarily supposed to be, but you're there because of the fact that you got a little bit of extra money. Yeah, you're gonna have to use that moment to think a little bit smarter, move a little bit smarter. I don't necessarily think that he needed to be moving like that. I don't really think that that was the case. Oh, that's crazy, Nitty. That's crazy because I had seen the only thing that I really saw about it, that Wack speak on Crip Mac, was that he posted on Instagram a few days ago. He had said, if anybody can just give me the name for Crip Mac, I can get my bail bondsman to see what's up. And then he got the name, obviously, and he was like, oh shit, my bail bondsman reached back to me and told me there was a no bail. And he actually posted it on his Instagram where it said that there was no bail. So, yeah, that's the first thing that I saw about it. And I was like, damn, this dude's pretty honorable, man. I was like, this dude doing that for Crip Mac. I had really, I had not just become familiar with Crip Mac, you guys, because China Mac, like, he was endorsing Crip Mac a few months back, and that's when I really first saw of him, you know, and he actually hit one of my homies up, my guy who I work with and shit, one of the artists that I work with, Majestic. He had hit him up and shit, and Majestic hit me back, and he was like, "Yo, Crip Mac just followed me." And I was like, "Oh, that's the homie from China Mac's video. That dude's really doing his thing right now." Wow. Crip Mac is destroying Blueface in this poll. Yo, if you guys didn't vote in it, who do you think would win a boxing match? If you don't know Crip Mac, if you don't know Blueface, pull up an extra tab, look up Blueface, look up Crip Mac, look them both up, you guys, and then come back and actually vote. Then come back and actually vote. Who do you think would win? Damn, Crafty. Why you gotta come into my chat trying to be like that, bro? That ain't cool. That ain't cool, bro. This isn't Clubhouse. It's not how we do shit. You know what I'm saying? This isn't Clubhouse. Oh shit. Finch, what are you saying? Who do you think, Mikey T? Who do I think in regard to what? Form that question a little bit better, brother. Let me know what you're saying, asking. Bro, bro. Crafty, chill out, bro. I obviously know what the hell I'm talking about. You're going to come on here and tell me that I don't know what I'm talking about when I'm saying that it was honorable that a guy would bail out somebody What? How does that mean I don't know what I'm talking about? I just came on here and said, "Yo, I think it's an honorable thing that Wack 100 would bail out Crip Mac." Even though it doesn't seem like they don't have much of a relationship, even though Crip Mac is in his name, Crip Mac, and Wack 100 obviously represents what he represents, and yet he would still bail him out. I mean, shit, come to find out that they have a fight possibly in the works with Crip Mac and Blueface, and he still bails the man out. That shit is honorable, man. That has nothing to do with West Coast politics. That has nothing to do with somebody going to the West Coast, bro. So that's all I'm saying, man. I do appreciate you coming into the live video, regardless. You know what I mean? We do need that perspective from the West Coast, though, man. So, oh, man. He said he's one of Wack's trolls. Nah, he said he wasn't on Clubhouse, Nitty. He said he wasn't on Clubhouse. Wack 100 uh probably will not diss Mikey T the movie star. I mean, a lot of people don't want to give me that clout. You know, a lot of people don't want to say my name. You know what I mean? It's kind of like what NBA YoungBoy was doing a few months back, where NBA YoungBoy was like, "Everybody in the industry. I don't like anybody in the industry." You know what I mean? And then a few months later, now he's mentioning Little Boosie. Now he's mentioning Gucci. Now he's mentioning Little Baby. Now he's mentioning all these rappers that he wouldn't say a few weeks ago. But you know what I mean? It's like a lot of people, they would, rather than just anything, they just wouldn't want to say my name. You know what I mean? They don't want to draw people to my page so they could see all my dope ass interviews with people. Because once they see my interviews with people, I've already won. You know what I mean? A lot of these other guys, they can't get the information out of these artists like I do. That's why I feel like I'm one of the best in the game to do it. Um, but no, I don't think he is one of Wack's trolls. And I don't think Wack 100 will be on Clubhouse talking about me, because if he does, then I'm going to be hot as hell the next day. Thank you, Nitty. I appreciate that. Colossal the Don in the building. Appreciate you for tapping in, my guy. I got to roll up one more, y'all. Hopefully, this shit doesn't keep me up all night, because it is called caffeine. But I'll tell you what, man. Actually, we'll save it. But y'all know I'm the most consistent. Y'all know I'm the most consistent. Yeah, Hill. I don't think, bro. I don't think you gotta be from the West Coast to talk about the West Coast. Like, Wack 100 is from the West Coast, right? But he was talking about Bobby Shmurda, you know? I'm not going on here being from the East Coast saying, "Yo, bro." I'm not saying like don't talk about it. I am saying like, "Yo, you can say what you want to say, but don't tell me who to follow. You know, don't tell me I can't follow Bobby Shmurda because he dances." Like, that's kind of like ass. You know what I mean? That's like ass. You know what I mean? Don't tell me just because I was one of the dudes back in the day who went to the dances and put my foot up against the wall that I can't think Bobby Shmurda is cool because he dances and shit. Like, that's whack on your part, man. Like, that is completely, you can have your opinion. You know what I mean? You can say your opinion about the East Coast or whatever you want, but it's like, why are you going to say that we can't say anything about the West Coast, about our opinion, about what we think about what Dre did and what happened with Death Row and TDE and the game coming up and different shit like that, and the Bay E40, all that types of shit, Burner coming up out of nowhere and creating. You're telling me I can't talk about Burner because he's from the Bay? Like, he created one of the biggest marijuana brands from done making a trippy stick and putting it on World Star Hip Hop. You know what I mean? Like, what? That's why I don't get with this whole shit of like, yo, you don't understand what's going on here in the West Coast. It's like, yo, it's like, you don't necessarily understand what's going on in the East Coast, but I'm not gonna say you can't talk about it. You know what I mean? Like, what the hell? But anyways, the homie Crafty is actually a cool dude, and I don't think he really meant anything about that. We need a little bit more West Coast representation in this room, anyways, to be honest with you guys. Because we have some East Coast cats, we is on some East Coast time sometimes. So we need to get some of that West Coast life in here though. Plus, that's going to be a big bridge that I build when I finally make my way out to the West Coast. Hit that like button, y'all. I definitely appreciate everybody for tuning in tonight. It was a live episode. I got to roll something up before I get out of here. I got to roll something up, so I might as well do it here. Who knows, man? All right. Oh, shit. Actually, appreciate you, Joseph. Appreciate everybody for tapping in. Actually, it looks like I got to log out. Looks like I got to log out, you guys. So I'm going to say follow me on Instagram. Everybody that follows me based on this video, I will follow back on Instagram immediately. That's right, you guys. You already know, Hill, and appreciate you for rocking with me, bro. I appreciate everybody in here for rocking with me, for voting in the polls. It looks like the end of this poll here with Blueface Boxing Crip Mac will be Crip Mac at 66%, Blueface at 34%. I'm really hoping that happens. You know what I mean? Because Crip Mac is just really a walking billboard, man. And I'm not saying that because of all the tats on his face. The guy is like he's the meaning of marketability. I want to go get some fried shrimp, and I want 5 of them. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna need some broccoli. You heard? I'm gonna need 5 fried shrimp. That's what I'm getting for dinner tomorrow. Yo, the Bazaar link, for everybody that's wondering, it's actually pinned up. If you go there, Nitty, you can see that it's pinned up right there. That's what's up, Troublesome 24K. I appreciate you for tapping in tonight, brother. He says that Wack be coming to check him in Sweden. That's what's up, man. The game? Was he with the game in Sweden, bro? Dope, dope, dope. So yeah, everybody check out my interview with Bazaar. I'd appreciate it if y'all dropped a comment on there, man. And everybody, if you haven't, subscribe to my channel, man. If you guys have not subscribed yet, subscribe right now. And also hit that notification bell. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss my live streams when I come on here. I either do watch alongs for my exclusive interviews from the past. I'm going to be doing watch alongs, crazy watch alongs in the near future with some of my best interviews. But I also come on here to speak on all of the hottest news and the most speculated rumors. That's right, you all. I am Mikey T, the movie star. I do the best interviews on the internet. And I want y'all to check out one of my more recent ones. My most recent one, actually. My most recent interview with Bazaar from D12. That's right, Eminem's group D12. Bazaar sat down and we spoke on just about everything that you could imagine. You know what I'm saying? We spoke on him and Eminem traveling to New Jersey when they were becoming a part of the group called The Outsiders, to forming the group D12. He broke that whole thing down for me, how there were originally supposed to be 12 members. It was Proof's group. We got into the Devil's Night. We got into D12 World. We spoke about why Bazaar didn't end up dropping his solo albums on Interscope. And also, we spoke on Bizarre almost signing with Atlantic Records. A whole lot of gems in this interview, you guys. So hit the link, it's pinned up. Check out the Bizarre interview. Also, drop a comment, man. But thanks, everybody, for tuning in tonight on live. Hell yeah. And also, Slap Faces on Shutter. Respect. Appreciate y'all. See you tomorrow night.